Cumberland County Schools. Thank you so much for joining us this evening for our Facebook Live session. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're just so happy to have each of you here for our virtual family engagement session. You know, there's one thing that I know: when families and educators join forces on behalf of our young people, amazing things happen. So as part of our strategic plan here in Cumberland County Schools, we created a special initiative just for families. It's called Cumberland Family Academy. Our goal through Cumberland Family Academy is to provide information and resources to our families to help their children succeed in the classroom and beyond. I'm Dr. Lindsay Whitley, the Associate Superintendent for Communications and Community Engagement. And I'm thrilled that you could join us tonight. We have a very special topic. We're talking about CCS's Choice Programs. And if you don't know what those are, stay tuned tonight because we're going to talk about some exciting things that your child can be involved with. We have great neighborhood schools, but all across the district, we have these unique choice programs that your child can take advantage of. Tonight's session is all about providing you with the details you need to know as a parent and or guardian, or even as a student, as you think about selecting one of these programs for the next school year. We'll be hearing from some incredible panelists tonight, including academy directors, members of our academic services team, and even students who are currently experiencing these uniquely themed programs at select schools throughout the district. We'll also cover things such as eligibility requirements, how students are selected for these programs, and we even want to answer your questions. So do me a favor, go ahead to the chat right now, give us a shout out, let us know you're there. And throughout the program tonight, if you have any questions, feel free to list your questions there. And I promise we'll get through as many questions as we can. But for those questions we can't get to, we promise to try to find the answer and reply back to you directly. All right, so let's get started. We want to meet all of our panelists who are here with me tonight. First off, we have Dr. Lavette Bradswell. She is the Assistant Superintendent of K-12 Instructional Programs. We also have Virginia Jicka. She's an Assistant Principal at 71st Classical Middle School. We have Aubrey Hinderrocker. She is a student at 71st Classical Middle. We have Kimberly Quick Blunt. She's an academy director at 71st High School. We have Mina Stein. She's a student at 71st High School. We have Dr. Brady Davis, the principal at New Century International Elementary School. And last but certainly not least, we have Nadia Bryant. She's a 5th grader at New Century International Elementary School. So I need y'all to do me a favor. Go ahead and text somebody, call your friends, your cousins, your neighbors, and tell them to join in tonight. Hit up the Facebook page of Cumberland County Schools to learn all about choice. It's going to be a great night. Thank you so much for joining us. So before we get started, I just want to remind you, if you have questions tonight, please list all of your questions in the chat. Periodically throughout the night, we will visit the chat to answer many of your questions. So to kick things off, Dr. Braswell, you're here tonight. Would you tell us a little bit more about CCS Choice Programs? What are they and what should parents expect?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for having this opportunity. We believe in our choice programs, and we really feel the more that we're able to push and share and let everybody know about the wonderful opportunities, the better it is for our district. So I am super excited to be here tonight. To just give you a little bit of information about our choice programs, we have specialized programs that we offer at certain schools throughout our district that range from STEM, world languages, global studies. We have career-focused academies like auto tech, like we have an academy for green technology, a little bit of something for everyone. Our goal is to give students the chance to explore their interests in a way that's tailored to their passions while still meeting all of our necessary academic requirements. Our programs are offered to students throughout the district, regardless of their homeschool zone, and they're designed to provide unique opportunities that might not be available in the traditional classroom. Tonight, we We really hope to be able to just answer all the questions that our families may have, but also making sure that we are promoting our choice fair that is coming up on Saturday, November the 16th at E.E. Smith High School from 9 to 12 p.m. And let me be specific, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And at E.E. Smith that day, all of our choice programs, the principals, the academy directors will be there to be able to promote their programs, talk to our families, and give them as much information as they need to be able to make informed decisions. We always want to just make sure that everybody's aware of our choice programs website, where all of this information, including a guide that gives specific information about each of our academies and programs, is located on the Cumberland County Schools website. So I'm super excited to be here. I'm ready to take questions. We just want everyone to know all of the great things that's happening in Cumberland County Schools.
Wow, you just said a whole mouthful. So if you didn't get all of that, you can rewind the stream and go back and watch it. But right here in Cumberland County, we have something for everyone. You know, I was thinking about the recent CTE report. Many of our young people are leaving Cumberland County schools with credentials. They're going and getting good paying jobs right out of high school.
Yep.
Or they're being prepared for post-secondary education. So as we're talking about choice tonight, this is an opportunity for you to set your child up for success. So thank you, Dr. Braswell, for that great overview. I'm sure some people are wondering, my child, they're already a student in Cumberland. They're already enrolled in Cumberland. So you're talking about these choice programs and there's an application period. Can you talk just a little bit about the application process for our choice programs?
Absolutely. So our choice programs are eligible to all of our students. They are based on different grade ranges. We have something from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade. The application process is very straightforward. The application is housed on our website, on the CCS Choice website, and families will just go in, complete that application, and it walks you through step by step. The great thing about our choice programs is that you can apply for multiple choice programs. You can't accept all of them, but we definitely can apply if you have interest in several things and you don't know exactly what you are interested in or haven't made a final decision. That application is open and you can apply for multiple schools. That everything that we try to do with that application, we try to put in a one-stop shop. So you apply in that application site. Once you make your account, your information about acceptance, all of those things will be found right there. So we really tried to make it super easy for our families to be able to just dig in to our website, go right to that link, click it, apply online. Again, all of our students can apply. There's something for everyone.
You know, that's amazing. When I grew up in a smaller district, but I didn't have to wonder where I was going to middle school or high school because there was like one elementary school, one high school, one. But here in Cumberland, we have so many choices and
Right.
options. And what I like about it is, as a department and as a district, we're providing opportunity for families to become informed. And so that's what tonight is about. Get your questions answered. You get to go to a choice fair. There's a program booklet that you can look through. So it's really about thinking about the unique skills and talents that your child has, and then being able to go and find those choice programs that match their unique skills and abilities. So
Absolutely, and we really try to strategically plan our application period as well. So our choice fair is the 16th of November. The application will open November the 18th. So
Wow.
while that information is right there in our minds and ready, we want to make sure that our families have the opportunity to get right in and to apply for their programs. The application period will begin on November the 18th and it closes on January the 3rd. So we gave a good amount of time for you to be able to process the information. You can apply on November the 18th. You can apply on January the 3rd. As long as you have it in by January the 3rd, all of our applications will be considered, but we just want to make sure that we give our families the opportunity to digest the information, but the system will be open right after our choice fair for them to be able to get ready to apply for their programs.
Good deal. So it's like you get to shop around a little bit, see what works for your child. It's one thing to go online and look at the applications and programs, but it's another thing to be able to go and talk to students and to be able to talk to academy directors and principals, and that's what they'll get to do at that choice fair. So good deal. Well, thank you so much. Great information. If you're just joining tonight, we're talking about Cumberland County Schools choice programs and the application period that is coming up. So you're in the right place to find out all things CCS Choice. So thanks again, Dr. Braswell. At this time, we want to hear from some of our other panelists, and we're so fortunate tonight to have Ms. Kimberly Quick Blunt. She's one of our academy directors, and she's at 71st High School. So thank you for being here, Ms. Quick Blunt. Tonight, could you share a little bit more about the unique offerings of your academy and how these programs engage our students?
Yes, and thank you so much for having me here tonight. I am at 71st High School, the home of the Falcons. And at 71st High School, we are also the home of the School of the Arts. And we offer dance, chorus, band, theater, visual arts, and orchestra. The School of the Arts offer all students a chance to explore and develop their artistic abilities. We are a community action-oriented school that works to develop students who are lifelong learners through involvement in our clubs, in our performances, and all of our extracurricular activities. At 71st High School, our rich academic tradition prevails in all that we do each day. Come and experience 71st High School School of the Arts and all that we have to offer. When we understand that art can be, what art can be, we have the freedom to create and find an entirely different way to express, explain, and process our lives. And when a student has the freedom to create, the child artist can remain an artist as a grown-up as well.
Wow, thank you. So many great opportunities for our young people. We appreciate you sharing all that. I understand we also have a student from 71st High School, and we're just glad that you're here tonight. We have Mina Stein, and she's going to share a little bit tonight. Will you just tell us about your experiences at your school?
Of course. I'm currently a junior. My arts focus is orchestra. I played the cello. The arts program definitely provides a lot of different opportunities. A lot of students, they go to school and they're just like, oh, just another normal day of school. But through the arts program, there's multiple things you can do. There's concerts, there's trips, there's art shows if you're in visual arts, there's plays if you're in theaters, and they take you a lot of places. Like in my orchestra last year, we went to Carowinds. I know our band went to Georgia, and it's just a very fun program to be a part of. Everybody's pretty close knit. You work a lot with other programs. You can get community service hours by volunteering at the theater play, even if you're in orchestra. And it's just a great thing to be a part of. Day to day, you go to your focus every day and you can essentially get grades for doing what you want to do. You go, if you're a band student, you go and play your drum and you can get a grade for it. At a certain level, they become honors classes, so those look good on your transcript. And you also don't have to take them all year if you don't like to. If you want to just take them for one semester, you can, or you can double enroll, which is what I do because there's different things in different semesters. The only thing is that you do just have to take one semester every year to remain in your school.
Deal. Well, thank you. You are a great representative for your school. So I just have to ask, are you thinking about graduating soon? What are you thinking about post-secondary plans after high school?
I'm definitely gonna be going to a four-year college. I plan on studying law, but I definitely plan to continue orchestra in college. I think that arts is a great backup plan for everybody. Just in case something else might not work out, you can always pursue music further.
So even planning on going to a post-secondary institution, do you feel like your choice program has helped you do that? Some individuals wonder if they need to stay in the traditional school, if they want to pursue plans after high school. How are you feeling prepared for college after having gone through a choice program?
After having going through my choice program, the School of the Arts, I feel like I'm definitely more equipped. I feel like if I would have gone to my home school, which I chose not to go to, they still have an orchestra there. I've met the director, he's great, but I feel as though my orchestra knowledge has grown more at my School of Arts. So I feel like I would be more knowledgeable going into a college orchestra. I wouldn't be the one lost in the back. I feel like I would have a better chance at getting along with everybody. And I also feel like it led me to know more of what I wanna do.
Good
Because
deal.
I experienced them younger. Like I was like, okay, I can go to Terry Sanford for global studies, or I can go here for School of the Arts. And it was really just what I was interested.
That's awesome. I love to see how your interests aligned with the interests and the offerings in the district, and that's what it's all about. So those of you who are watching tonight, we're talking about CCS Choice, and we're hearing from awesome district staff, school staff, and our students. And we're just talking about helping our students succeed. And we know that they're all different types of learners, and we're all about trying to figure out how can we help every student pursue their dreams. And through our choice programs, we're helping to do that. So now we want to hear from you, our audience members. I believe we have a few questions out there. I'm going to just check the chat right now. I think there are a few questions about these choice programs, that they're for all age groups. Dr. Brazel, if you want to just address that again, the various age ranges.
Absolutely. So we have choice programs from grades kindergarten all the way through the 12th grade. A lot of our choice programs, for example, our immersion programs will be open for applications for kindergarten students. And some programs will start in first grade as well. In middle school, most of those programs are feeders, so that you can continue. For example, we have language immersion in the middle school. If you were in immersion in elementary, you would continue to transition. You have that opportunity. And in high school, typically our age and grade level range is ninth grade. Some schools do 10th grade as well. So there's a plethora of choices for all of our families, really dependent upon what the program is, and what grade that the students would be able to enter in. But there's something for everybody.
Something for everybody, okay? I see there's a question about when is the choice program open to apply, and we put that in the chat for you. Applications will be available beginning on Monday, November 18th, and the deadline for this year will be Friday, January 3rd, 2025. So make sure you take a minute to take it all in, look online, come to the choice fair to just find out about the options so that you can make an informed decision for your child. Another great question, do the choice schools change yearly?
Not really. So most of our choice programs have been around for many years.
Okay.
And so if there are any changes, we try to make sure we promote those and notify our families about any additions or things that may change or be sunsetting, leaving, or changing. But most of our programs have been so good that they have lasted and are doing very well because of the traditions, because of the people that are working with their programs, that they last because we have students that are interested and continue to flourish in those programs.
Is there priority to those who apply earlier than others? Great question. I like how you're thinking out there. That's a great question.
There is no priority. So as long as you apply between November the 18th and January the 3rd, 2025, all of our applications will be considered the same. Some of our programs do operate on a lottery system that is run by a third-party organization, because we always try to be equitable and we try to be fair. So as long as you get those applications in between those two dates of November the 18th and January the 3rd, all applications will be considered the same. And if there are waiting lists, all of our families will be notified that they're on a waiting list. All of that is done through our lottery program.
Okay, we'll take one more question for now. Are the early colleges at FSU and FTCC considered a choice school this year, or will that be a different application?
Yes, our early colleges, which are Cumberland International Early College and Cross Creek Early College, both at Fayetteville State University, and Cumberland Polytech, which is at FTCC, are all a part of the choice program. And when you go into that application, those all will be listed as schools to choose from. So there is not a separate application.
All right, good deal. Thank you so much. Great questions. Thank you for engaging with us tonight. Please continue to drop your questions in the chat. We'll come back later to address your other questions that you may have throughout the session. Next up, we want to go to the next panelist, Miss Virginia Jicka, who is the assistant principal at 71st Classical Middle School. So my question to you tonight is, could you just share about the unique offerings at your school and how these programs engage our students?
Absolutely, Dr. Lindsay, thank you for having me here.
You're welcome.
So we are a traditional school at 71st Classical Middle School. We're Knight Nation. We're a blue ribbon school. So academics is our athletics. We are all about athletics. So if people are wondering what is a classical school is a school that uses traditional methods and curriculum to teach math, science, social studies, history, and the liberal arts. So we offer a plethora of those classes. We have orchestra, we have band, we have chorus. Our language is Spanish. We have art, we have STEM programs. We have a couple computer science programs leading into the CTE field. And in addition to that, we have our core curriculum, English language arts, science, social studies, and those things. So I said that our clubs are what we do as our sports, and we participate in the North Carolina Association of Schools Challenge Cup, the NCASA Challenge Cup with some of our clubs, which is like Math Counts. It's our forensics club. It's our show choir. These clubs get us state recognition. You can go in Science Olympiad also and be a state school. We got 8th in the state for Science Olympiad this year, and honorable mention in Math Counts at state level with our club. So there is a lot of them.
Wow.
I think there are like 16, if you want me to go through a few of them for you. So we have forensics, Battle of the Books. We have Math Counts. We have Science Olympiad. We have Starward STEM, which is a DoD sponsored grant that we have that leads to students being able to compete and design a project that can compete against other projects in our county to go up, to be launched into space, to be seen through NASA. So it's an exciting program for us. We also have Knights of the Round Table. We have a dance club. We have a pep squad. We have a gaming club. We have a design challenge and Pearls of Virtue and Distinguished Gentlemen, which are our character clubs.
Wow, amazing. Well, you heard it here tonight. If you didn't know about 71st Classical Middle, so many amazing things. I just need to take a moment of personal privilege. This is such great information. I need you to go to your Facebook page and share. So go ahead, click on it right now if you would. Share this and like this stream. We want more and more families to learn about all of the wonderful options here in Cumberland County Schools. Thank you so much for sharing that information. Such great opportunities for our young people. Next up, we want to talk about from a student's perspective, and we have Aubrey Hinderrocker from 71st Classical. Thank you for being here, Aubrey. If you would share tonight with our virtual audience, just your experience at your school and your program.
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest things my choice program has done for me is help me figure out what kind of skill sets I'm interested in learning and I'm interested in pursuing. Because at our school, we have, as Ms. Chica mentioned, we have a lot of extracurriculars you can partake in. We focus a lot on academics, STEM, arts. Personally, I tend to focus on the academic side of things. So I've done forensics, which is public speech. I've participated in Starward STEM, Battle of the Books. And what it's helped me do is determine what I have a genuine interest in, you know, what I want to pursue when I'm older, because I think in today's world, we have a lot of new opportunities. There are new scholarships every day, new classes, new career fields. And even though you might not have, you know, your entire life planned out in middle school, I think it definitely does help you decide the next best step. What do you want to do next? It's prepared me for where I want to go to high school, what choice programs I'm interested in continuing. So I think that's one of the best things it could really do for you. Just kind of distinguish, you know, find out who you are, what you want to pursue, what you like, what you don't like, what you're best at. And it's also just fun.
All right, y'all see, viewing audience, if y'all didn't know who this is, y'all keep your eye on her, Aubrey, because I can tell those forensics skills are paying off. Just This is the wonderful thing about choice programs. It just prepares our students to be successful in life. So thank you for sharing your experiences here tonight. We've heard from a high school, a middle school, and next we want to hear from our last two panelists. Last but certainly not least, we're going to share some insights at and from New Century International Elementary School. And first, we'll begin with Principal Dr. Brady Davis, and then we'll hear from Nadia Bryant, a fifth grader at the school. Thank y'all for being here tonight.
Thank you, Dr. Whitley. Once again, I am the principal, Brady Davis, and I have with me
Nadia Bryant. I'm a fifth grader in New Century Elementary, and I really like how the school gives you a lot of opportunities and nobody's left out, because if you want to do something that you like, there's always the clubs, the classes, and everybody there is very welcoming, and they always have something open for you.
Thank you very much. Just for background information, for those of you that may not know, an immersion program means your child is learning in a different language. So at New Century International Elementary School, we are the only Chinese immersion program in Cumberland County. So when you enroll your child, you will be receiving your ELA, your math, science, social studies, all of that will be through Chinese as opposed to English. So that is a very challenging thing for students. Those of you that are very curious, if you have curious learners at home, this is a wonderful program for you. So please take this into consideration. To go back to a question I was asked earlier, you do have to start at our school in kindergarten if you want to go into the Chinese immersion due to just how much different the Chinese is from English. They do have to start off in kindergarten. I can say the first group of students that went through New Century for Chinese are now going to be seniors in high school. So we have been doing this for about 10, 11 years now. The students that go through immersion have been very successful. They have actually outperformed their non-immersion students at our school. So it is a wonderful thing that we can offer. And we hope that everyone takes the opportunity to come join us at the Choice Fair and then come visit us at New Century as well if this is something you're interested in for your child.
Wow, I am blown away. So I struggled with foreign languages when I did French, I did Spanish, I did Japanese, and then I went to sign language, and then I finally went back to French. So if there's family members out there that are wondering, how do I know if this is right for my child? What advice would you give those who are considering that program?
Well, I can say a couple different things. We have many of our students, like Nadia here, that this isn't even just their second language. It might even be their third language. So students that already have multiple languages at home, especially at a young age, it's much easier to go ahead and pick up that language at this time. For parents, the one bit of advice I can offer is if you don't speak Chinese yourself, you may not be able to help that much with the homework. So that way the teachers will stay in definite contact with you. All of our teachers are from China, and they have experience in China and in America as well, teaching students, so they will definitely help you through this process. Anything else you want to add? Well, what's your favorite part about the classroom?
My favorite part about the classroom is that all the teachers are welcoming, and if you need help with anything, they'll always be free to help you, and that there's always something for everybody, so nobody's left out.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Such great opportunities, foreign languages, science, technology, math, real world, just really something for every type of learner, something for every type of child based on their interests and abilities. So now we want to hear from you, our viewing audience. You are continuing to ask great questions. So we're going to go to the chat right now. Are choice schools year-round?
Great question. We do have a year-round option for our families who choose that calendar. Our year-round programs are Reed Ross, which is a middle school and high school, and Chestnut Middle School are our middle and high schools. Our elementary year-round school is E.E. Miller, which has the Spanish immersion program. So those are the choices that we have for year-round. Elementary is E.E. Miller, then we have Reed Ross Middle and High School, and Chestnut Middle School.
Great question. Do all institutions offer courses that produce college credits?
So all of our high schools do have courses that will allow students to get college credit. traditional or choice programs do have partnerships with our FTCC that allow students to be able to go and take college courses and get college credit. Our high schools have AP courses, all of those different things. So all of our high schools do have that ability for students to be able to get college credit while they are in high school.
And that's simply amazing. You know, we're having students graduate from Cumberland County schools where they're going and they may be a sophomore when they go to college, or they may be almost a junior. And I know last school year, we had several students who graduated from Cumberland Polytechnic High School that had their associate degrees. So just amazing opportunities. And so for families, if you're trying to budget and thinking about how expensive college is, these are ways that you can actually save money for your family, but yet prepare your child to be successful.
Absolutely.
So awesome. Are these choice school programs separate from the rest of the school?
So again, that would depend on the program. So like our immersion programs, they all are learning the same content as the students in the school, but they are doing it in a target language. So therefore, they're in their own spaces because it's all Spanish or all Chinese, but they're learning the exact same content and curriculum, and they're tested the same way at the end of the school year. Our academies in our high schools and our middle schools are usually functioning in conjunction with their regular high school courses. So they're taking their general courses, and then they are specializing for, say, in those academies where they're learning the specialties and things that they're applying for in those choice programs.
Okay, good deal. These are some great, y'all asking some great questions. I'm liking the engagement
Yes.
here. You know, this is great. Can they apply for multiple schools such as Cumberland Polytechnic and early colleges?
So yes, our families can apply for multiple. However, when those decisions are coming to be made, you only can accept one. So if you applied for Polytech in one of the early colleges, if you got into Polytech and, for example, you maybe been on a waiting list at the early college, if you apply for the Polytech, then that is your school. You're gonna come off of the waiting list for the early college. So it really just depends on what your desire is, what happens in the decision-making, once your application is submitted. But then in the end, they are gonna have to choose one that they're gonna agree to, and then the other ones will go away.
All right, so someone is just joining, well, you're not too late. Thank you for joining. Is this just for high school? These programs are for all?
Our choice programs are K through 12, so we have something for everybody. The website has a choice guide that outlines all of our programs by grade span. So the elementary programs, middle school, and high school programs. So there's a little something for everybody. I also want to tag again our CCS Choice Fair that's coming up on November the 16th. It's a Saturday at E.E. Smith High School from 9 to 12. And all of our choice programs will be there. And we even got the building separated by grade level, so it's really easy for everybody to be able to engage at the level that they need for their family. And some have multiple students in different areas, and so absolutely there is something for everybody.
So that you answered the next question. They wondered if all of the academy directors and principals would be at the Choice Fair, and the answer is yes. So come on out to the Choice Fair to learn more on November 16th at E.E. Smith High School from 9 a.m. until 12 noon.
Absolutely.
All righty, so it's fun. You know, we usually have entertainment and all sorts of things there, mascots. It'll be something fun, also a learning experience. Great question. They are on their P's and Q's tonight, so they want to know about transportation, Dr. Braswell. How does that work? Is transportation provided to these schools from wherever they are located?
So for the majority of our choice programs, transportation is the responsibility of the families. We do have some programs that do have transportation that may be based on their district where they live. Our early college programs do have transportation from home. So wherever they are in the school district, they are afforded the opportunity to be able to go there. But the great majority of them, the parents do have to provide that transportation.
Okay, good deal. Now, what about sports? If my child is at a choice school and they want to play sports at their home school, how does that work?
So if a choice program is not at a school that has sports, for example, Terry Sanford Global Studies, it is at Terry Sanford High School that has a sports program. Students who are enrolled in that global studies can participate at Terry Sanford. An early college student, for example, who is on the college campus, they are able to play at their home school. Again, that would be the responsibility of the families getting them to and from, but our schools are aware of this. They accommodate our families to make sure that our students are able to participate. So it really just depends on what the school is and where it is, but those that are the singletons that kind of stand alone, that don't have athletics, they are absolutely able to participate at their home school.
Good deal, good deal. All right, well, thank you. Great questions. Okay, is there a test to get into the Polytechnic High School?
There is not a test.
Great question, though.
No, there's no test, so the application would be very specific to the school, and they have specific questions on the application. But it's a general application. There is not a specific test that has to be taken to be accepted into the program.
Good deal. Great questions tonight. Thank you for engaging with us. Continue to drop questions in the chat. Even if we don't get to them tonight, we can always get your questions answered later. Also, don't forget to come out to our Choice Fair. Check out our Choice website. There are just so many opportunities for you to plug in and get the answers you need to make the best decision for your child. So Dr. Braswell, as we prepare to close, we've talked about a lot tonight. We've heard about just a variety of educational opportunities throughout our choice programs in the district. And so we just kind of want to sum it up a little bit. So can you just tell us that, okay, I go to the website, I attend the choice fair, leave a little overwhelmed, but a little happy because I see all the options that my child has. At that point, as I'm preparing to make a decision, what are the next steps?
So the next steps past the choice fair would be, again, to work with your children to make a decision about what choices would fit your lifestyle, your family, and the needs of the students that you're going to be looking for their next step in school. Once that decision is made, the application period would open again on Monday, November the 18th, and you will go in, select the school that you'd like to apply for, and apply. Our application is housed on the Choice website through CCS website, Cumberland County Schools website. And in that Scrib application where you would apply, it's a one-stop shop. So they make an account, they apply, and then email notifications will be sent to them that their application has been received. And then once it's time for decisions to be made, they will all receive an email notifying our students of the decision that was made regarding their application. Once those decisions are made, there will be an opportunity and a window for students to accept their seat in that program that they were accepted into. And then the final step would be to enroll with the school that they're going to attend throughout the year. And all of this information throughout this time, there will be lots of communication. So through the site that houses the application for that notification, and then the schools will be communicating with the families once the acceptances are made and the enrollment process starts.
Good deal, good deal. So first things first, we need you to check out our website. We need you to learn about the programs that are available. We, of course, want you to come to the Choice Fair coming up on Saturday, November 16th at 9 a.m. at E.E. Smith High School. And once again, I'm just full tonight because just being able to see all of these learners and scholars and educators on the platform tonight sharing the experiences of the young people in the county is simply amazing. Before we close, I want to just offer the opportunity, if there are any closing remarks, don't feel obligated, but if you would like to, anything else that you thought about that you didn't have a chance to share, I'm just looking to my left and to my right. Is there anything else anyone else would like to share? Don't all speak at once. If not, I just want to thank everyone for being here with us. As we wrap up, I do see one more question that came in and we want to answer that before we close out. What if a child struggles in the immersion program? will they be able to go mainstream at the same school, or will they have to go back to their home school? That is a great question. So I'll give to you, Dr. Braswell or Dr. Davis, either one.
I can answer that question. So it's layered. It just depends. So first of all, we're gonna work with that child. We're gonna offer them as many services as we can inside the immersion program. But then depending on, how far it goes or how high the needs are, sometimes they will unfortunately have to come out of the immersion program. And it just kind of depends. It'll go through the student assignment department. Most of the time, they will have to go back to their home school at the end of that following year. It just kind of depends.
Good deal. And I think, like you mentioned before, it's really about knowing your child, their learning style, their strengths. And I think that's the good thing about it. Before jumping into a program, you have the opportunity to look at all the options and think about which one fits your child. So thank you.
And I just wanted to add, with our choice programs, our immersion, our early colleges, all these programs are very specific, but like you said, it's very important to think about the child.
Yeah.
Because parents can't do immersion if I don't speak Spanish or if I don't speak Chinese. Early college is very academically rigorous. Every child, it's not for every child. So as families, we want to make sure that we're inclusive of our children, making sure that we understand their needs, their desires, what's best for them, because in the ultimate, we want them to be successful.
Yeah.
So just making sure that, again, reviewing, trying to learn as much as you can about those programs so that the right decision is made for every child, because it's not a one-stop shop. So what is really going to work best for my child, and then talking to our children to get their feedback as well, because they're going to be doing a lot of that, the heavy lifting. So that's always one thing that we want to say, make sure that it's a family decision, because our programs offer different challenges that are all beneficial, but however challenges. And so we want to make sure that everybody's prepared and that are in the right place to be able to have the most success possible.
Good deal. Very, very, very wise words. Before we leave, please take a minute to share this stream if you haven't already. Such great information has been shared tonight, and we want to make sure that all of our families in Cumberland County Schools will have the opportunity to learn about the choice programs. Well, that's a wrap for tonight. Once again, I want to thank each of our panelists for joining us tonight. You did a wonderful job sharing great information with our viewing audience. I want to thank you, our audience members, for tuning in tonight. Even if you're cooking and cleaning or whatever you're doing, we're just glad that you took a minute to join us tonight. If you're interested in applying for a choice program, don't forget to visit our website for more information. You'll find details about the programs, the application process, and the important deadlines to keep in mind. We hope that tonight's session was helpful to you. I actually learned a few things myself tonight. And we encourage you to explore the amazing opportunities available through CCS's Choice Programs. And don't forget to join us at the Choice Fair. We've said it so many times, you probably already know the date, but it's coming up on Saturday, November 16th at E.E. Smith High School, beginning at 9 a.m. until 12 noon. With that, I'll just say have a great evening, and please take good care. Thank you again for joining.